from the event. Oh, dope. Oh, dope. I will say, it was tough for me to give it up with the camera in my face. like when they were like pointing the camera right in my face.
That dude.
Like when I was like laughing and stuff, I was like, man, I'm thinking about this camera.
I was like, get some candid reactions.
Right.
I don't think he was just candid.
I think the thing is, like, I probably was laughing, so it probably was like, oh, that guy's he's enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Let me like document it. But then the minute he come over there, it would be like, I noticed myself not laughing as
That's funny.
My laugh was on the spot.
How long till we on?
We can be on right now, or we don't have to be on right now. But you are being recorded right now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of courtroom stuff going on, so I
let
let people know exactly when they're being recorded. You know what I'm saying? I don't
can't go on right now, but you are. It is that red bar.
Yeah. Like, it's
right?
recorded. Does it have to be broadcast? That's up to you. You really decide. You know what I'm saying? Where we draw those lines. But I'm letting you know I'll have it.
No worries. I just want to scarf down these chips.
All right. Scarfing down some chips. Heck yeah.
You made my day, dog.
Whenever you. What you mean? Today? Oh, Monday? Dog. We'll get into it.
Okay. Done being a fat ass.
No, dude. No way, dude. Who knows the last time you ate? It's only fat if I know you just ate. If I don't know that you just ate, it's just like, yeah.
I was going to eat, but I was like, I'm going to eat afterwards. I should have ate before. I'm ready.
You know, I'm not saying that I assume that, you're living your life crazy, but
it looks reckless.
Yeah. It didn't look like you wanted the Doritos. It looked like you needed them.
Something in my body, dog.
Right. Yeah.
I had a great pasta last night. And I woke up, checking the numbers every other hour, and I didn't get a lot of sleep.
Man, I will say the advantage of like being booked the night that it drops is it does give you an immediate like distraction from that. Yeah, I imagine if it dropped and I was at the crib, I would be doing the same thing. Because I do that for the podcast, but then after a while, I'm just like, I don't know where y'all went. Y'all subscribed, and I don't know where y'all went. I don't know.
Listen, when
do y'all log in?
I dropped the pod in like a month and a half, and I dropped the pod the other day, and the numbers were like, hey, this thing, y'all still here? Y'all still love me?
Yeah. No, it's wild because all these sites are trying to feed you like analytics.
Yeah.
Like your goal is the views. And it's like, oh man, like I want to come here and the views just there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just a bonus.
I don't want to be chasing I didn't get into comedy to chase views.
Yeah.
If that was the case, I'd be out here doing Johnny Knoxville stuff.
It's funny because when I was, building it was like just focus on the art of it. Like this is what I want to say and be proud of like what I want to do. Like this, I was proud of it. So then it was like, okay, whatever it go, whatever happens, I'm really proud of this body of work.
Facts.
And you can't help but like, when it hit, it's like, YouTube, they even tell you as you're watching it live, like the numbers, and you be like, oh, okay. All right, then I get into that thing of like watching, which is doing well, but it's just like, you take away from the appreciation of just the work when you always checking.
Yeah.
But I've read every single comment, Rob. It's 460.
For sure.
Every single one of them.
For sure.
I'm trying to reply to them as well. You know what I mean? Like, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I think, there's a lot. I think there's two ways to exist on the online. Either you're in it or you're totally just like, oh, I just I only know upload. That's it. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to comment. I don't know how to sign in. I just know how to upload. That's it.
I'm in there, and I'm in there. And,
yeah.
And I've been trying to reply to comments. You know what I mean? All the positive ones. You know what I mean? You reply to the negative ones. It's funny because the negative ones used to get me. Like just on the regular clips, if somebody was like, I didn't laugh one time. Really, buddy? I was like, I was that dude.
Yeah.
And I had to stop all that. Great hair. Just wanted to tell you that. Yeah.
What's going on?
Grown man walked in.
Grown man just walked in. Yeah. Didn't say nothing or anything. It was
like
just
a little
like,
dope deal.
Y'all doing something? Just
here you go, take this.
Hey man, I own this place.
Yeah, it's a hand to hand. You know what my pops is. But it's doing well. We're at 85,000.
Come on, man.
85,000 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
85,000. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get, man. I feel like it's gonna go stupid.
I hope so, dog.
Yeah.
Right now it's doing pretty well, you know. So you know, I prayed on it, and now I'm just happy. I'm trying to check the numbers as much and just kind of enjoy it, but like it's been great feedback.
If you like it, share it.
Yeah, if you like it, share it. Tell us.
You know, tell people.
I will say that like a lot of people that I didn't expect like started sharing it. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean, I'll say a shout out to the Wild 'N Out cast. I will say that.
Okay.
Like shout out to them. Like my partner Tyler was like, "Yo, you know Justina number?" I was like, "No." He's like, he put me in a group text. Justina, Sydney just dropped a special. Sydney, that's what she called me. She was like, "Send me the information." Boom, she dropped it. Conceded. I don't have his information.
Wow.
He put me in a group text. Con was like, "What you need?" I said, "I just dropped my special. Send me the information." He put it in his stories. Like,
man,
DC
that's
Young
dope.
Fly made a video. Like Marlon made a video. Ralph Barbosa made a video. Like it all to me like kind of helps in the circle of like spreading the word. So
yeah.
Tiffany Haddish made a tweet for me. I was like, all right, cool, yeah.
Man, that's dope, man.
Yeah, really
that's dope. Yeah.
I love this. I love the subtle. It's so subtle. Like, yeah. Got that in the bag. Shout out to you, dog. Rob made me feel so good, man.
Man.
After the special, now listen, it was a camera there. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, hey, make sure you get all the footage. And then he was getting it. So, like, when Rob was, like, opening up, telling me some real feelings, it was like, 30 for 30. for
right.
a second.
Yeah. Dude pulled up with the B-roll. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I wasn't projecting for the audio, but, yeah, they definitely got footage. Yeah.
But
they see some facial expression.
I respect you so much as a comic, but I appreciated those words. I was like, man, thank you, dog. Because you get vulnerable. Like, I'm finna show it to my peers. It's like, okay, y'all have seen me for years, but it's like, know y'all haven't seen some of this material that's like heartfelt or whatever that's on my mind.
Sure.
So it's like, okay, now y'all finna kind of see it. Here we go. So I was in the back by the DJ, just kind of like, all right, I'm not gonna go out there for a second.
Well, like I think what hits so hard for me is that also I have the like added context of being around you, not being close enough to know what's going on, and seeing you still, putting on the face of like everything good, even in private.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I would see you in New York, or when I would see you, you know what I'm saying, like with just getting here, it's like I don't know you on that level.
Right.
So when I see you, it's still kind of like you're in public.
Yeah.
Even though you are at the crib.
Yeah.
And so, like, seeing that just kind of made me like, dang, like, you never know what people are going through. And also, hey, man, some of these people be using all kind of stuff. Like, Sydney, you just going to be funny. You just going to be funny regardless. You know what I'm saying?
That,
like, it could be like, I'm like, dang, dog. The joke formation don't stop. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's like, man, that's the type of person we should be listening to. You know what I mean?
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, dog.
Man.
Sincerely, man. Yeah.
My cup is full. Out and out. This is the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Haze. We got Sydney Castillo back in the building.
You can play this?
Yeah.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah. Not everywhere.
Okay,
but
bet.
somewhere.
That's dope.
If somebody want to hear it, they can figure out how to hear it.
That's dope.
But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna tell them exactly where to get it. But if they want to get it, they can get it.
It's what you
and
call,
they know
like,
where to get it at.
Like you're a host and producing, DJing at the same time.
Yeah, I don't like doing a lot after the fact.
Got you.
I just want to plug it up.
I totally hear you.
I'd much rather somebody like just pause for 5 minutes than like say something that they want me to cut out. I would much rather them just be like this. Just like think of the best way to say it.
Without
versus
back,
like, yeah, because I'm lazy. not, you know what I'm saying? Not for the betterment of them at all. It's really just because, it's a one-man band. Remember Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins? That's me doing this podcast. I got an accordion. I got, everything. A trumpet. I got a harmonica.
A canister of whatever in.
Come on, man. I forgot I had this water. Went and got another water. This is both H2O.
Because you got so many jobs, you got to constantly stay hydrated.
Right, yeah. I be sweating sometimes, man. I be sweating. That's when I know the pod is real. When I'm like, yo, I'm getting a workout over here.
I'm bald.
I'm just talking. Sweating. Yeah.
I sweat uncomfortably.
Really?
I mean, if I'm hot.
I'm not like historically, I'm not a big sweater. I feel like it's coming with the age and the weight.
Right.
But like historically,
you're not.
I would have to be on stage 35 minutes before the sweat started.
With my bald head, it's just when the lights hit. When
that's
the lights
so
hit
wild.
over 15 minutes, it's like, damn. And some clubs, it's uncomfortable because like, y'all know. You should have like something for bald comedians. And just be like, listen, if you're bald, our stage lights do feel like they're frying you. So here's some face cloths.
I didn't know hair was like preventing that.
Yeah.
Cause like I would judge comics. Like if I saw somebody sweat crazy in a 5-minute set on TV, I'd be like, yo, they was up there.
If they bald,
it's nerves or drugs, something going on.
You ready? You ready? Little hair secret. You ready? When you go outside and it's cold, right? Mm-hmm. It's colder to me than it is to you because you have hair.
Okay, now I've had a bald fade before. I know about the breeze in the back.
The wind hit me. I need a skull cap or it's like
got you.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
So So same with sweat. So if I'm colder, I'm hotter than you too, and so I sweat. I just broke it down for all the bald people.
That's crazy.
I speak for us. I broke it down.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And when you see a bald person with a hat, usually we don't have a haircut. Right? So it's growing inside, and I don't want to reveal that. My cup isn't that full to show you that.
Okay. Okay, so question. If somebody has a cul-de-sac, if they got the Sherman Hemsley going on, are they going through the same thing?
It's just like that's more they need therapy. It's like, what are we doing? Like,
what you mean?
Now listen, if they're just letting it grow and just don't care, cool. But if they're not addressing it, like no one's addressed the elephant in the room, which is the cul-de-sac, it's like, oh wow. Then a lot of things are going on. You know what I mean? Because your head's everywhere.
Right.
You still think,
I mean, I feel like in his time when Sherman Hemsley was doing it, the afro was like, it was more than just a haircut. It was also like a political statement. But you know what I'm saying? It was also just kind of like, I'm proud of my natural hair in the back.
Well, now in 2025, it's transitioned into, oh, man, he needs to sit down with somebody. Right? If he continues. So it's like hot. It's like, they're cold. They're chilly. They're like, oh, a little chilly because they're not full bald.
Right.
I'm full bald. I committed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shout out to everybody still, like, with the sand traps. Man. Committed. I had no choice. Been out here since I was 25, losing it.
Since 25.
Yeah.
People have shamed me for not like dyeing my gray, but I feel like honestly, as black people, we really gotta stop being forced into black hair all the time.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Every movie, every black character, every fictional black person got black hair at 50.
Yeah.
That's not realistic.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You making great points right now.
I mean, you got Steve McQueen, you got Steve Martin, you got all these, you know what I'm saying, white guys, when they go gray, they just go gray.
Yeah. Why are we forcing to continue black hair is what you're saying.
Come on, man. We not from Beijing.
Yeah.
It's not even named after an African place.
Does Denzel have gray hair?
Denzel got gray hair for sure.
But it probably took him a minute.
It took him a minute?
It took him the Man on Fire to be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I can expose this.
Yeah, he had to be on fire for him to be like, all right.
I don't know why we so afraid of the grays. Like, people be asking me, do I pick mine? And I'll be like, yeah. But only because it grows way longer. They're not all coming in at once. It'll be like one. that would like curl up and grow out of here. So I was like, I gotta pick you because I gotta go outside. But
Yeah.
like, if it's just like naturally, I don't care. You know, but you know, if it's just like, you know, solo, it's like, what are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing?
I mean, I guess I can see that. I can see it being distracted. I think picking is different from like, I'm about to just.
Oh yeah, my boy used to be like that. Like, what are you doing? He used to do that with this, and he was losing his hair.
Yeah,
and he just kept like getting the perfect barber. Like he would have somebody like the perfect thing, and I'd be like, what do you? You're too over this. You're at the age where this is okay. And he was like, no. And then I was like, okay. And then when for that 2 days you look something, and then when you shower,
yeah,
it's just weird to me.
I mean, I feel like people our age group is having trouble aging.
Yeah,
and I think it's because the age group above us saw how we were moving when we were young, and they were like, I'm just gonna do that. And now, like, we look down, and it looks crazy down there.
Yeah, oh, Jesus, a twitch.
And then we look up, and it looks crazy, and it's like, yo, everybody just looks crazy to me.
That's funny, yeah.
Everybody's just like, I'm just,
I don't like Beijing in my beard. I went to Atlanta one time. I was so pissed. I was like, get my cut out here. So what'd you do? He's like, oh, no. I was like, no, it's totally fine.
Right.
Please. Yeah.
No, it's crazy. Like, sometimes they'll be like, but it won't be perfect. And it's like, I'm a human.
To me, it look good.
I'm a human.
Yeah,
I come from nature. I don't want it. It don't got to be artificial.
I don't want to feel like I left the makeup chair, like I'm on set.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. It looks good in pictures. I'm not going to be pictured.
No.
I needed to look good to eyeballs.
You know why it's not going to look good in the picture? Because on Wednesday, it's not going to look like this.
Right.
If we do this on Saturday, on Wednesday, I'm back to,
mm-hmm.
life.
I don't want to like it to smudge up. You know what I'm saying? If it's smudged into it, then that's cool. But if it's smudged
it's like
into the cheek.
A family photo and then like making AI get rid of the kids. You know what I mean? And then on Wednesday, like, you have kids? Like, how'd you know?
I'm really upset that AI is messing with the teeth on A Different World. And it's weird because it's like it shouldn't be noticeable, but it's just like, it's messing with people's teeth for no reason.
Yeah, everybody got veneers.
No, it's just giving them AI teeth. Like, it's a collection of teeth that it finds, and and so like Kimberly Reese, her dad is played by Richard Roundtree. There's a picture of Richard Roundtree over her bed, but then sometimes in some scenes it's like scary Richard Roundtree. It's like some kind of AI, like, stuff happens. All the script in the background, like any words and stuff, they get jumbled. It's
but
scary.
who do you complain to? Who do you tell the AI on?
To them.
To who?
To them.
It's like, hey, man, the AI is fucking around. It's like,
They don't care because they feel like they restored it, but it's like they be restoring stuff with AI, but it's like, I hope nobody deleted the 80s one because I just want the 80s one. I don't want to be looking for AI.
It's gone. AI killed it.
Don't say that.
It's gone. AI killed it.
No.
When AI goes from 95 up. So you can get your Jamie Foxx pictures. You can get your Fresh Prince before then.
I don't like it. There were great transfers. Of that show. That show was preserved on film, like
sacrifices. You can ask AI right now. Build me a TV show about 3 people in the podcast room, and AI be like, give me a second. And you know what the sacrifice is? That we just gotta, we gotta say
no.
The teeth are just a sacrifice.
No,
AI,
it's weird.
AI. Sometimes we ever like yelling in a text message, you can give it to AI and say, do this without yelling, and AI be like, give me a minute. Hey, and it'll just say it nicely.
Are you doing that? Are you
No.
releasing your text
No.
to AI?
No, I haven't responded to a comment and put it AI first and take out all the curse words. AI is like, I just disagree with you. You know what I mean? Like, I just disagree. It's like, all right, cool. I love AI, except the commercials for AI. I hate the commercials for AI. Like, you just be on Instagram and they'd be like, a 13-year-old little boy is using AI better than you. You want to learn AI? I'm like, oh, shut up. But like, it helps me with like.
They're not lying.
Stuff. Yeah.
Anytime that I need help with something computer related, I go to YouTube, and a child helps me.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to learn how to use your M50 camera? No worries. I'm like, damn, how does he already know?
And
He's
it's
9?
like, what's his kids' movies look like? They know how to edit. They know every part of the editing program. All right, where your Animal Cracker movie at? I'm trying to see.
They all got cool setups. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like they got it all at once.
Yeah, I remember when I thought I was gonna stream. I thought I was gonna be a Twitcher and like and like game and be on Twitch. No.
I should have did it. I'm always saying that I should have did it, but the only thing that was stopping me is I suck at video games.
No, that's the thing. I'm not the best, but the people like that's why you could have a following. Like this dude sucks, and they follow you because you suck. But I have too much of an ego.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want people to like associate me with losing.
Yeah.
And then so I can sell tickets and they think I'm a lose.
Yeah, true. Yeah, good point.
They're gonna leave so disappointed when it's like, yo, he won for like 50 minutes straight. He didn't take one L, man. I hate this guy's guts.
I just learned about all these streamers like the past like this month. You know what I mean? I heard of the Kai Cenat. I heard of him. Didn't know really what he did, but I heard of him. Like, okay, he's famous. Cool.
Right.
And then like the streaming university things happening or whatever, and I see all these people are like huge follow. Like, oh, everybody doing this.
Yeah.
And listen, it almost made me be like, oh, I could get a sit up and start, but I know my old ass ain't gonna commit.
Right. No, it's a commitment.
I'm gonna be sleepy on my stream.
Yeah.
Like after 20 minutes, like, all right, y'all.
I lose. I'll watch a clip. They'll clip up what Kai does sometimes, and sometimes it'll be like 20 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, man, that for me would have been enough to be like, and all right, good night,
an
guys.
episode.
Everybody put your laptops down. I think we got it.
Listen, when I'm doing a podcast, we'll be at 30 minutes. I'm like, yeah, and that's it. And Taylor will be like, no, Sydney, an hour. I was like, you still want to go? I was like, yes. Sydney.
Yeah.
Like, okay, all right.
I feel like you would be somebody who would want to do
Twitch?
it like a long time.
Talk a long time? Yeah, maybe no.
Because you lie so well.
Well,
that's what made this special.
I joke well.
That's what made this special jarring, because it was like, yo, I think Sydney telling the truth this time.
A lot of that was.
Although, okay, last time you were on the pod, I asked you your favorite color sky. You said a red one. I didn't believe it existed.
Yeah.
And then some things happened, but I don't know if it existed before.
Dog, I'm. People don't understand. I'm very smart.
I'm not. No.
Like
this wasn't an indictment on your intelligence.
Not like SAT type stuff, but like.
Okay.
But who is that? Is that God? God, I'm call you right back. But like, yeah, I'm very like, MIT wanted me, but I was like, I want to do comedy.
Okay. MIT is
the college.
Yeah.
Silly Willie, the college.
The Massachusetts
Institute, yeah, but I'm saying they were hitting my phone, but I was like, nah. But yeah, I know.
Okay,
you can ask me anything, and I could probably historian, all that. I wanted to get in a lot of things, but comedy is just like I want to do this more.
Right. You wanted to be a model.
Yeah, I tried. Hey, listen, I took pictures and got paid for it, so technically I modeled.
Okay.
Yeah, print work, foot action ad, talk to me.
Okay.
Right? I was on a video game.
What video game?
I don't remember. It was 2004. It wasn't a popular one, but I was like a character.
Okay.
Like a picture.
You was a character?
Well, I was like a picture or something. Like,
Oh, you was like the character on the cover, and then when you play the game, we never see you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Got paid for that.
Right. But you're in the world. You're in the canon.
So then I moved out here, and then it was going downhill. And so So, but I could put it on my, checklist.
Got you. What else do you think you would have done if you didn't do if you weren't in entertainment?
I would have probably been. I wanted to be in marketing.
Marketing?
I wanted to like decide what commercials come out. Or I wanted to be an English teacher.
Okay. Are you good with English like that?
I'm very, very smart. So I'm good at like writing papers.
But I'm saying like I feel like an English teacher, you gotta correct like grammar and stuff.
I would have been if I'd have focused on it. Like now I don't care. But like when I was 18, I would have like cared.
I wish I remembered how to diagram a sentence. I lost that.
Yeah. That's easy.
where you take it and you take it apart and all the different parts of it. I have totally lost that.
I do that every day.
Subject, predicate,
adjective,
prepositional phrase.
Prepositional phrase.
Yeah. Like, adjective, yeah.
Some people wake up and stretch. I do exercises like that.
Okay. You diagram sentences in the morning.
First 15 minutes of my day.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if you do it every day, then it's like a habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then boom.
I think that might be the beginning of us relying on AI, spell check, grammar check.
Oh.
Because now I don't think people even consider, what's a sentence, what's not a sentence, Yeah. I had a thing the other day where I did the show and they were like, we just need 3 sentences describing this thing. And I sent in a very elementary school idea of what a sentence was. And the other people that were on the panel with me, their sentences were very novel-like. A lot of multi-comma, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a lot that's like 3 sentences is going to take up the whole screen. Like, when they showed my 3 lines,
right,
it was kind of I was a little embarrassed. I couldn't even really defend what I wrote.
You did the assignment.
I did do the assignment, but I turned it in first and thought I nailed it and thought like, yeah, boom. You know what I'm saying? Sent the email within 15. I got this 3 sentences right here. And then I'm on stage looking like, yo.
That's more than 3 sentences.
They got a lot out in them 3.
They got 3 thoughts.
Yeah, 3 thoughts.
That's what they did.
Yeah, I got 3 thoughts, but I got to it like, efficient.
In them rooms, I always like to hear somebody pitch first and see the temperament of the room. And then be like, okay, cool, I can go here. Going first, I'm either going to crash and burn with this, you know what I mean? But if I feel the room, it's like a comedy club. It's like, okay, cool.
Unless you nail it. If you go first and you nail it, then
you actually shut up.
Then you, then you could kind of, chill for a while, be king for a while.
Yeah.
But no, you don't want to do that and then it be off.
Oh, did it bomb?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you hear other people. You don't want to say, oh. Oh, that's what we're supposed to do. Okay, all right.
We used to mess with this.
My bad, that was an accident.
We used to mess with this writer, Hood Jason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, he's a successful writer now. He's been written on shows, a lot of shows. He's doing his thing. This was his first writing job, though.
Okay.
And he would be so nervous. He would be sweating. So what I would do, because like hazing, right? I would go when he would start pitching because he was nervous, and if he would get real nervous, he's like, oh, I'll go, and I would get on him, so everybody get out. Like, and then one time he pitched, if we have ideas on the board, he pitched an idea that was already on the board, and it was like, dog. But he was just so nervous, but I was there. We've all been there. But now he's very successful. He's doing his thing. But then moments, we'd be shooting and he'd be in the camera. Like, he would be in the shot. Like, get over here.
I applied for Hood Adjacent, and it was the first like writer's packet that I got that I made it to like the finals, and then they interviewed me, and I didn't know that like when you interview for a comedy job, you should like be funny. Yeah. I got very like job interviewee.
You were like, did you read the
I
work?
was like, yo, I know how to work Final Draft. I know how to work Excel. I know how to work Microsoft Word. I was like, my biggest weakness is that I'm just a hard worker. And if you give me a task, no matter what the sketch is about, no matter what we're writing, I know I'm going to like work hard at it all night. Like people are like, the problem is I don't get enough sleep because I'm always thinking about work, that kind of stuff.
They were like,
versus just like doing bits and being silly.
They were like, oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was in that bitch dancing. Hey, so what up? First you got a hood. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild. Hood
Jason was a good time.
I wish but I learned from that. I feel like I feel like I was on a string of booking stuff through interviews from that experience because I was like, damn, this was my friends. Like, it would have been a good, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a world I know. Like, Hood Adjacent is a great way to, explain where I grew up and the Atlanta, So.
I found the interview process will work best for me is like I try to relate to something.
Yeah.
Like, and then like boom, like, and then go into like the story, a real story, and then boom, if they like a kind of funny story, they like it, cool.
Right.
Yeah. Hood Adjacent was just like, I played sports, and it was like they should pay athletes. Before they was paying athletes, they should pay athletes.
Yeah.
And I had this like joke and concept about it, and it was like, oh, okay, cool. I was funny, and it's like, okay, let me get that written down. All right, cool. You know what I mean?
No. I feel like all the skills that we learn in stand up is what we got to take into like those type of situations. And I think I've always associated having a job and stand up to be very separate. So I feel like I really turned off the like, hey, if they think I'm a comedy guy, they're never gonna hire me.
No.
I remember I went to a job fair when I first started, and they were like, "What kind of job are you looking for?" And I was like, "I'm looking for something in the day because I got something to do at night." And they were like, "Do not say that. Do not go up to these people and say that."
I'm looking for something to do in the day because I got something to do at night. Sir, if you don't get the hell out of my face.
And I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna need y'all for long. Like, it's not gonna take long. Yeah. I just need something to finance what I got going on at night. Yeah.
When I remember I stopped working my job in 2008, and then I had to go get a job in like 2000, probably like 12. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I need to get a job, right? So my boy got me this job refinancing homes.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I don't know about that?
Okay.
So they give you a script, so it's like cold calling, and I'll be like, "Hey, how you doing, Rob?" So at the end of refinancing your home, and I have a whole script to do.
Right.
I never got past like the third sentence because people just be like, "Bow, hang up, hang up, hang up." The next day I came back, and the dude that got me the job, he killing it. I don't know how he's signing, getting all this stuff. I looked at him, I said, "Man, thank you for this job. I can't do this." And he was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "I'm gonna call you." "I got you this job, and you're gonna do this to me?" I was like, "It's not about you, man. It's about me."
Yeah.
I went in there, and some great Armenian dudes. They was on the company, and I was in Glendale, and I said, "How y'all doing?" I was gonna walk out of here, right, and quit.
Yeah.
Right, without telling y'all. That would have been immature. But I cannot continue to do this. I said, "I'm really funny, and I'm just gonna figure it out." He was like, "That's so great. Where do you perform? I'll come support you. Do you ever go Ice House?" I was like, "Yeah, I will come." I was like, he said, "All right." And that was the nicest way to quit ever.
Man.
Yeah. I was homeless for 2 weeks, but no, I'm joking. I can't even. It's sad if it's not comedy related.
Yeah.
Or like I can't even compute being in the room for a long time. Listen, when the writing room get too serious, I'll yawn a couple times. Like, "Hey, we got to get to a joke in this bitch, or I will go to sleep. I wasn't a great student, so let's keep the jokes rolling, or let's break."
Mm-hmm. What's going on in the Dallas sports side of things? The boys are down. The Mavericks are down.
Well, the Mavericks got the number 1 pick.
Yeah. They did.
We did get the number 1 pick, so we look like we getting
Cooper Flag.
Kyrie Irving come back, which is good. We hoping to get a backup point guard. So I'm very excited about the Mavericks. The Dallas Wings. I'm very happy.
Oh yeah, they got Paige.
Yeah, they got Paige Buckner, and she
Enrique.
She just was the number 1 pick too. I've been following Paige since high school on Instagram, like her hooping.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna go some games.
Best way you could have ended that.
Yeah.
Because I've been following her since high school. Her hooping. Okay.
No, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
It's
Perfect.
her. It's a dude named Keyshawn Hall. It's a couple basketball players. Kay Cunningham that plays for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
I've been following him since high school.
Like his high school tape is crazy.
Dog, he's so good.
Yeah.
And listen, the team he played with in Florida, Mount whatever,
Yeah.
All them pros, all his starting five, they said might be the best starting five in high school basketball ever. They're all like first round picks.
That's crazy.
But like that's why when he got hurt his first year, everybody's like, oh, you know, I'm like, that dude, trust me.
Yeah.
That dude is going to be like a Hall of Famer. But yeah, I've been following a lot of them since high school. Like, so I'm gonna go to a lot of WNBA games too.
Yeah.
Like, I've been following them for a minute though. So but
like now they play a lot of games at, crypto.com, but like there's a lot of other venues sometimes that they end up playing at, Yeah. I saw the Sparks play the Mystics in like Long Beach at the Long Beach Tech. It was in a pyramid.
Yeah, now listen, all of the arenas I get it, right? Right, but I haven't been in that arena. But the Dallas Wings one is a distinct difference.
It's
right?
a difference.
It's
yeah.
a money thing, but like it's still a good game. I've seen Connecticut play, the Sparks play, the Wings play.
Okay.
The Seattle Storm play.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see some of the new crop of players play.
Yeah.
So the other day, literally, they played at 3:00 on Saturday. I almost see the Sparks play at Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's something to do. I thought about going.
Got you.
Yeah, I support WNBA, man. I just want to say that.
Why can't you say that?
I just want to say it.
I support the WNBA too.
They a physical. That's a physical game.
Yeah.
It's like hockey. Like in hockey,
a little bit.
You could expect a tussle in hockey. You go to a WNBA game, you could expect two of the forwards to get into it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Need separation. And it's always the center. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The biggest person on the team. She's like the 6'8" woman. She's like, I said stop. And everybody breaks up. I love that.
Oh man. Sydney. I'm trying to get us somewhere safe, dog.
Oh, my bad. I snorted.
You snorted? I didn't take you as a snorter.
I mean, we can edit that out. Oh, wait, you don't do edits?
I can edit it out if you want it out.
No, man, I snort sometimes.
Yeah?
It get good to you. You don't know where that air going.
Got you. Did you snort like were you snorting when Family Matters was on? Was that like a conflict?
No. No, shout out to Jaleel White though.
Shout out to Jaleel White. Yeah.
Shout out to Jaleel White.
I didn't know about snorting until Family Matters.
Really?
That's how young I was. Family Matters came out like when I was 1. So like I'm like watching Family Matters. Those are my earliest memories.
1?
Yeah.
TGI Friday was when you was 1?
TGI Friday predates me. TGIF predates me. Perfect Strangers and all that. I'm coming in. Full House is already going. The house is already full.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you Saved by the Bell?
I'm Saved by the Bell through syndication. Like I'm honestly more Bianca Lawson Saved by the Bell live. Really? But I'm like, this ain't hitting like them reruns. The reruns really, you know what I'm saying? Screech work at the school by the time I'm really into consciousness.
Really?
But like I do remember the college years. That's as far as I can go back.
That was them just,
the marriage special, Monday Night movie.
Yeah.
That's really, we was talking about that in kindergarten. Like that's where I'm at.
You 27?
No, I'm 37.
Listen,
I'm 37.
I saw Mario Lopez at a gym one time and got starstruck, and then
I saw him a couple months ago
at Matt
in Burbank, and Mario Lopez looked like he could be Slater tonight.
I was starstruck. He was like behind me. He was in front of me, and like I don't really smile in public because with my energy, nervous, and then like he turned around like there's a human behind me that he could feel my energy.
Yeah.
And then like I wasn't gonna be like, "What's up, Slater?" But my energy kicked in like, "What?" Right? And I know he can beat my ass.
Right.
Right. And so he was like looking at me. I was like looking at him. And when he turned around, I was like, "You're fucking." And then I got to perform.
Yeah.
And I said that on stage, and then he was laughing. I was like, "Dude, my face isn't gonna But I was geeked. I was geeked that I actually got to see you.
I'm standing in the line. I'm at the bar. And I see him. I see the back of his head, and I already he turned. I see the dimple, and I'm like, "Yo, that's him."
That's him, dog.
You know what I'm saying? And like, it took everything for me to not be like, like do the whole dance from the Max. You know what I'm saying? It took everything for me to just really not nerd out on this man. But he was cool. He was with his family, and I was like, it would be way cooler for me to not blow up his spot and other people just hear, Mario Lopez was right next to you.
Yeah.
That would be cooler. But, I wanted to. I wanted to go for the toe touch.
Tone Bell, remember, had a show, and I think Brescia played his wife, and it was with Zach from
Mark Paul Gosselaar. Yeah.
And I remember I was happy for them, but I remember telling Tone, I was like, yeah, that's what's up. So how is Zach?
Right.
And he was like, what? Mark? How is he?
Yeah.
That's like
when he says timeout, do you freeze?
That's my Tom Cruise growing up.
Timeout, like, are you just like, are you really stuck? Are you just doing it because it's like, yo, it's Mark right there?
Dog. It's certain people probably get me starstruck.
Yeah.
Will Smith, the cast of Saved by the Bell.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And any pro athlete from 1990 to, 90.
I watched a video the other day that was called the Tory Paradox, and it explained how they released the episodes without Tiffany Amber Thiessen and Elizabeth Berkley, Kelly and Jesse, and it was just Tori, the girl with the leather jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was watching it so long. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I'm really watching it, but basically there was not a lot of continuity. That last season, what they did was they would release a Jesse and Kelly episode, and they would release a Tori episode.
Oh, they didn't get along?
No, they ordered more episodes, and they thought it was over because they filmed a graduation.
Yeah.
So they was like, we graduated.
What you want us to do?
What do you want us to do?
Chaperones now?
We not around bells anymore.
Yeah.
We're not in the school. So then so Tiffany Amber Thiessen took like a pilot. Elizabeth Berkley did like a feature, so they couldn't do it. So then they created this new character. But no one knew how they were going to release the episode. So they said they would release a Kelly episode, a Tori episode. Sometimes they release an episode from like 3 years prior that had never been released.
Oh,
like, so if you're watching it every Saturday morning, you don't know what you about to get.
Yeah.
And then they graduate.
Like the story, the story's all over the place.
Right.
Man, I got the prime good Saved by the Bell years.
Come on.
The prime Zach Morris, the Max, the hangout spot. I would love the Lark voice. The prime Saved by the Bell.
So when Saved by the Bell's on, at what age are you like, yo, I'm off cartoons at this time? And I'm going over to the kids at school.
Absolutely. That's when you like. He's like, yeah. I stopped watching cartoons early. I can't even remember. Like, I remember watching like Darkwing Duck and Bugs Bunny and them. But like, like when some people like connoisseurs are like, no. Like once I started seeing Saved by the Bell or going outside, like I just would go outside and play basketball. So like I like The Incredibles now or like The Lion King. But like when people like you didn't watch SpongeBob? Absolutely not. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no. Even at my age, when he was like, are you ready, kids? I'm like, I'm watching Mad Sports.
Yeah. It was like,
I ain't no kid. Yeah. Don't call me no kid, bruh.
Yeah. Then my fourth whooping, I was like, it's time to graduate.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I see it. Saved by the Bell easy. Yeah, cartoons, it was cool. It was
right.
a good run.
So then you going from Saved by the Bell on into Soul Train. That's how you doing it?
Or the soap operas.
Soap operas?
No, I'm joking. Yeah, Soul Train.
What soap operas?
Yo, don't get it twisted. In I'll be honest. My junior year going into my senior year, I don't know why. I guess it was so hot in the summer in Texas. I watched a lot of Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
And it was like
okay.
Stefano, it was a character named Stefano, and he was trying to get the white lady. I can't think of her name. But not Angela. Was it Angela? Angelo. That's how Stefano used to talk. And then, and he was trying to get her for a long time. Anyway, I watched so many episodes during the summer. When I swear to God, I remember going to high school and a group of girls was like in the lunchroom. And like Days of Our Lives was so good I recorded it. I remember like trying to eavesdrop to find out what was going on. I was like, cause I had been invested, but I couldn't tell nobody. Like, I watched that shit, but I never found out. And then I got older. I was like, I checked on it. You know what I mean? Like, what they doing over there? Stefano's still there. I was like, they still doing this? And I just stopped watching it.
Man, have you watched the new one, the black soap opera?
No, I haven't watched soap opera probably since my 20s.
It's okay.
No, it's 20 years. Probably. Yeah, I think I auditioned for a soap opera, and I was like, I can't do this.
What about? I feel like you've transitioned into other types of soaps.
Like what?
Big Rich Town.
What's that?
Power.
Oh yeah. My bad, my old ass. What are you talking about? Yeah.
No one calls it that. No one calls it Big Rich Town. I just try to make it sound more like a soap opera.
I like Power.
This week on Big Rich Town.
Yeah, I like Power. I wrote on something for like a Power, like anniversary or something.
Yeah.
But they have so many different powers, and I remember the assignment was like, "Can you punch this up?" It's like, all right, cool. And I feel like they wanted me to be knowledgeable of like all the seasons, all the spinoffs. I was like, hey, you're gonna have to help me.
Yeah.
And then it became cool. But I was like, I don't know what he said in season 5, episode 2.
Got you.
Like the Mary J. Blige, I never watched them. You know what
I mean? You didn't watch the Power Book?
No.
Book Ghost? Power Book 2?
So now I'm like looking up stuff for the job.
Okay, it gets a little Saved by the Belly. It gets a little Dawson's Creeky because he's in college, so he's got the college world, but then also he's selling drugs.
I'm before that. I'm when he shot his daddy.
Right,
and I was like, too much.
This is the next year. He shot his daddy and then he went to college.
It was a lot for me. I was like, I can't keep watching this. He shot his daddy.
Right.
Yeah,
right. I don't want to see what happens next.
Now I just watch London. I watch London and support London.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but that's a great.
I love that one because that one's so far before
the
new. So they have a lot of room to like some prequels. You could tell they backs against the like source material a little bit. They're like, all right, well we a couple hours until they start the movie. You know what I'm saying? But like,
everybody got a spinoff right now. Tommy got a spinoff coming, don't he?
They did that Power Book 4 Force.
Cancel Christmas. I remember you say that. I cancel. You want to cancel Christmas? I remember that.
Yeah. That was the Tommy one.
That's a historic. That ended up being like a historic show. That's dope.
What?
Like that whole Power series.
Oh yeah, it's a whole universe.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
It's like the version of like well, never mind, I forgot because I don't watch them other shows. But like on HBO, them shows everybody love. You know, the gory shows and the dragons and shit.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. That's like, Power's like our Game of Thrones or my Game of Thrones. I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is fire.
I think I watched this is the same one. I think the first episode I saw and they chopped somebody's head off in front of a kid. And he's like, Daddy, what is going on? He's like, he was wrong. And the head like trembled down. I was like, I'll never watch this again. And then it was like an incredible show. It
was like a monster though. It wasn't like a full blown human. It was like a kind of zombie, like a zombie type of thing.
I couldn't take it. Listen, it ended up being a great show.
Hey man, it's an incredible show.
I hear people were like, "Oh, the last season." But I
always tell my homies and stuff that ask me if they want to watch Game of Thrones. I'm like, yo, it's really gonna challenge your ability to differentiate Caucasian people. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. If you have trouble with that, if you've ever mixed up white guys, it's going to challenge you because it's like 3 or 4 white guys with beards, dark hair that you got to keep up with. And then but then you're like, hey, I could do it.
Right.
And I'm going to do it.
Right.
And when I see them, I'm going to know exactly who they are. And they're so different as characters that like, it helps with that type of thing.
Are there any black people in that world?
There are black people in that world, but you got to go find them. They don't live where the story starts.
Boom.
But they live in other places.
What season did we get to when we met one?
I feel like
where were you when you saw your first black actor on
I feel like they went to it's in Daenerys.
Daenerys?
Daenerys, yeah.
But
basically, no. She a Targaryen. Oh. All their names is
Daenerys. I said racist. That's like a black town named Daenerys.
She's not black. She's not black.
It's a white lady named Daenerys.
It's a white lady, but all their names is like, okay, I see. George R. Martin was on a train when he wrote this part. You know what I'm saying? I can see he was definitely around some stuff and heard some names. So all their names is like, Damien, Rhaenyra, it's all kind of stuff that you hear and it's like, it's getting relatable on the proper noun side.
Okay.
For sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, so she be freeing slaves sometimes. Sometimes the slaves be of other nationality. It gets into that.
Yeah.
It gets into that.
Man, I missed all that, man.
It's an army of dudes with no penises. You know what I'm saying? They got castrated, in the army type time. You know what I mean?
Hey, this is an hour. Y'all just watch this for an hour.
We don't see them do that.
Oh, okay.
They come already without their joints. They come jointless.
I'll tell you what you're not doing. Selling Game of Thrones.
Nah, but they gonna fight. That's all they got.
All
they got is fighting.
I would too. I'd be
all
the
they got
angriest
is,
man
they
in the
can't
world
rape
if my
and pillage.
staff was gone.
All they can do is pillage.
Why is City so angry? You know he lost his penis 2 weeks ago.
And all his boys. Shave head out here. Looking like Master Shredder in a costume. But they all like a bunch of Master Shredder costume dudes.
The most unbelievable I'll get is John Wick. I love John Wick.
It start with the dog.
I love it.
It start with the dog.
Listen, this gets a little annoying when you shoot at him and he takes his jacket and goes, you missed. That's the only thing I'm like, come on, Johnny. But I love the franchise. I love it. I can't. That's my shit.
I feel like John Wick is like the next level. It's like preying on, hey, if you already been in these movies, then you know what it is.
Yes.
You know what you getting.
Yeah, I'm cool
and guess what? We gonna give it to you in a way that you probably couldn't get if you didn't already watch movies. If you didn't already watch, this shouldn't be your intro to movies.
No.
But if you already in the movie game, this one about a dog.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to kill somebody.
Right.
I know it sounds bad. I'm like my mama. When we see movies, we like the action. I can't wait to. When they killed his dog the first time, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Do you feel like you're desensitized to like killing in movies and stuff?
No, I still get like I don't. Well,
I feel like I am. I saw Taxi Driver recently, and I was like, bro, he only got like 3 bodies.
Yeah.
What everybody tripping?
Yeah.
That ain't nothing in the movie. He just killed like 3 people.
Yeah, I don't like to be scared like that. So scary movies, like, I don't like all that.
It's not a scary movie. It's more of a like.
But other than that,
it's more of a psycho thriller commentary. Yeah. It's Scorsese, so it's like real more like,
I can do that.
Comment on
Scorsese is the one who like kill everybody in his movies, right? Like,
sometimes,
like the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, when like at the last minute he killed him.
Scorsese got some PG movies we don't ever talk about.
What?
I can't name them, but I know they exist.
Doubt it.
I know like them gaps in between the like
Scorsese,
kill everybody.
The only person that would kill like all the ducks in Darkwing Duck. He would find a way. Yeah.
No.
Maybe at the end of the movie at the credits.
I mean, but
like how?
Darkwing did say, "Let's get dangerous." If you really want to get dangerous, we need to see some bloodshed.
I got a question for you. Action movie or whatever. What movie if they called you tomorrow and say, Rob, we want you to be the lead in this type of movie. Like
lead?
We're bringing Game of Thrones back, and we want you to be the lead Nigerian. I don't know what the hell. What is it called? Whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
We want you to be the lead of that tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you do it? Accent and all.
We'd have to have some conversations.
Rob, here's a check offer.
Yeah, but they got to explain in the lore why I'm breathing so hard.
Okay.
They got, you know what I'm saying? Like some different, you know what I'm saying? If I'm in Star Wars and I got the metachlorians in my blood that make me a Jedi, it's also something in my lungs that's making me hunch over and breathe kind of hard because it's going to take me a while to catch my breath.
Right.
And it's an expensive production.
We love it. We love it. We love to have you.
Yeah, I would do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I would like it's some of my friends and I'll be seeing TikTok talk about them and then be like, this new wave where the sex symbols don't have to look that good like so-and-so. And I'm like, God, dog.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'm like, if that's what they saying about them,
they gonna
don't let me
eat my ass alive. So this is what we doing? Anybody can just be the sex symbol? First of all, why does he always have a hoodie on? Because it makes me comfortable. Eat my ass up.
Man. Have you ever went for anything where you're like, man, I would have been training had I known?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Animation. I never did that. I remember going into like the Disney thing, and they were like, "We want you to read characters," and I was like, "All right." So I wrote in there like, "Read the character like this."
Yeah.
Read another one kind of fast, and they were like, "No, could you?" I was like, "Which one me do?" I was like super young. I was like, I thought that shit was goofy. Like, I came from forwards like, you want me to sound? So I was like, all right, here we go. And they were like, all right, you can go. I was like, well, and I remember thinking, damn, like if I took that seriously and learned how to do animation, you know what I mean? But at the time, I was like bombing in there because I was like, what do you want me to do?
I think I went for the show Point Break. And then they were like, yeah, we just need a tape of you playing basketball, like just a mixtape. I was like,
a what?
There's no way. I don't think it would take me a couple years to get in shape to like make a tape where you're like, well, we got to show he looks like he's a part of the team.
Rob, you remember the movie Glory Road?
Yes.
So they're having auditions at Poinsettia basketball gym. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is at the time where I still play basketball.
Yeah.
Like, and listen, I was all right. Like, high school, played a little bit junior college, but athletic.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Cool. The tryouts, here's a bunch of people in the gym, and they're getting rid of people quickly. I was all right, whatever. So this is at the baseline, and you run to the free throw line full sprint, right? You back up, backpedal, and then you run full sprint, right? So I'm like, all right, bet. I go, boom, to the free throw line, back up, trip. Don't trip. Got trip, don't, you know what I mean? Got back up quick, boom. Finish, and they would just say your number when you were cut, right? When I fell down and then got back up, 87059, thank you. And I was like, I didn't get to shoot the ball. I didn't get to do nothing. They cut me. I was so mad. I watched the movie. I was so mad, dog.
I could back up way better than
them.
It's
because I fucking fell. I was like, they needed people like just to compete against the leads, like in the games, but it was still a check. I was like 24 maybe, 24. I feel I was so mad. I was like so mad at myself. Like, fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Did you have on Chucks?
No, I felt like I had on something.
Yeah, if you fell in modern day shoes, you're not gonna be able to back up in the Chucks with the slouch socks.
But
they Glory Road. They don't got.
Alfonso was in that movie,
bruh. That's the insurance liability. He fell in some J's. Send him home.
There's no way we can afford if he fell. That's funny. He fell into some J's.
He fell in shocks. There's no way we can get this.
That's funny. He's a liability. Send his ass home. You ever seen him shoot? Send him home.
Dang, man. I reference that movie all the time.
Yeah, well, that was it.
Because all these black guys still go to Kentucky. And it's like, they were the ops. Did y'all see the movie?
I don't remember it now. I get upset. I black out.
Kentucky was not letting any black people in, and they got beat by this like black school or whatever. It kind of proved like, hey, the segregation in basketball really a bad strategy. If like, yeah.
They went to UTEP, right?
I'm not sure.
I think that school,
yeah,
like UTEP, small school,
yeah.
Man, I wanted that movie so bad. I don't want to think about it again, man. Like, damn.
No, I feel you.
If I wouldn't have failed, could I got a line?
Man, when they were doing the New Edition movie, I was like, yo, had I known.
Which one did you?
I would have been in front of the mirror all the time. One of them. I could have been one of them.
Which one?
I don't know.
I'm
Bivens? Tall. Ronnie.
I don't know about Ronnie. Maybe Michael.
Well, freaking drip drop drippity drop was Michael. I don't know if I was getting that.
I couldn't have been any of them. That's my problem. I'm 6'4". It's like security or
Yeah.
Do you right?
That's true. Oh man, have you? I've been getting this where like I feel like man, I want to be treated like talent sometimes. I feel like people be, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like,
that's the worst thing about writing when you've been talent.
Yeah.
And then you go in there and prep somebody and they're like being like mean.
Right.
Like,
right.
Yeah. That's my
Oh man.
I did Celebrity Squares, and then Niall Evans. He was the showrunner for Celebrity Squares.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the talent was making me mad, and I was like, "Hey, dog, let me talk to you outside." I said, "Now, da 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 da." And now it's so funny. He's like, "Sydney, everything you're saying is right. I just can't have you hurt anybody on set. So everything you're saying is right. So how can we fix it?" And I was like, "Oh, all right. Just thanks for letting me vent."
Yeah.
You go in there. You got, but most of them are cool.
Yeah.
You get your knuckleheads, but.
No, man, I had somebody recently ask me if I had 5, minutes of material.
I guess,
and it wasn't like, it didn't feel like the bit, because that's a bit that we do in the stand-up world.
Yeah.
Do you have 5? You know what I'm saying?
Joke, yeah.
It's like somebody overheard that and like really thought that was a legit question to ask a stand-up, and it's like, what have I been doing with 15 years of my life?
Oh.
Where people could ask me,
I love this show.
can I ask me if I have 5? I don't even want to dignify the question, but it was like a real question.
Call on me.
Yeah. Yes.
Call on me. I remember doing a show at the Crenshaw Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying I'm bougie, but I'm like, I didn't want to perform there.
Right.
What are we doing? What type of show is this? And they're like, it's for some festival. The movies they were showing there. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it. All right, cool. I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I go on stage, right? And I had a cool set, right? And I get off stage. And no disrespect to this man, right? But Farnsworth Bentley was there.
Okay.
And he comes up to me, he's like, let me give you some notes. Right? When I tell you I almost squared up, I said, what? He said, let me give you some notes, man. I think in the beginning, and he dissected my set and was like, I think you're funny, but here's some ways you could go to hear some jokes. And it was like, and listen.
Wait, what year is this?
This was where you knew, he wasn't on the show no more, but maybe, I would say close to 10 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that. But
okay.
I definitely remember being just taking it in, being like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. I was like, okay. But in the back of my head, I was like, this is crazy.
That's crazy.
This is definitely had been on, doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. I would never do this. I was like, this is crazy. With so much confidence.
Right.
Yeah. And then after the next comic come off, he's like, yeah, I'm talking to you. I was like, whoa, who does this?
That's wild.
Who does this?
Farnsworth Bentley giving you notes?
Giving me notes.
And
Listen,
you don't have an umbrella in your hand.
No, look.
That's crazy.
Great guy.
Probably.
In that moment, I was like, how do I get out of this conversation?
Yeah.
But, that's what it's about my comedy. I think everybody thinks they can get you notes. I remember doing a show, and some security dude from the event was like, can I talk to you? And I was like, yeah. I've guarded a lot of people, Steve Harvey, so they let me pitch. I know about comedy. I think the joke you did right here, I was like, this isn't happening right now.
Yeah.
This was 2020.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
sorry.
Man.
I don't know how this took a turn, but yeah.
No, I feel you. I
felt you when you said that.
Yeah. It's one of them things where it's like, eventually, and I feel like you're gonna be, a lot of people gonna be asking you to do a lot of stuff. They definitely gonna know you have, you know what I'm saying, a solid material in the tank, because they're gonna be watching.
My Cup is Full now on YouTube right now. Go check it out. Yeah.
My Cup is Full. Open another window. Oh, play that. Play fronting on silent, and then open another window and watch My Cup is Full with the sound on.
Yeah, and then leave comments on both.
Come on, man. Share it with people. Watch it. Yeah, shout out to Sydney for coming through.
Thank you for having me, man. You're one of the funniest people and one of the nicest people, and I appreciate you having me. And again, I know I keep saying this, dog, but how vulnerable that kind of situation was. So your words, I really meant a lot, and I appreciate you.
Hey, man, of course. Come by anytime. Sydney Castillo. This is the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Haze.